And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And the Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Set, ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Hey, Lobo.
You must be dreaming.
Man left, man left. Even.
Second and 11. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Three down.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a second and 13.
All right, D. Watch tight end.
Second and 13. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though.
7's a Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Zoom. Team on the bus. Mike 7.
They'll look to throw.
Get ready.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape. Or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Here we go, D.
Mike 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Boston Scott, his first carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Scott.
Check 13.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
53, check 53.
Greystone travel.
Twist. Check. Check hot route. Hot. Smoke.
Darnold from the gun,
53,
eluding the pressure right.
Watch the run. All over.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
That was second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that takes us from second to third down.
Come on, set. 60 yards.
58, right there. Let's go, defense.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Rams take over.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The
Four.
LA
Hey, pick it
offense
up,
ready to
defense.
go
Let's
for their next drive. And on that last
check
drive,
24.
went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what
Do you think
happened
that
there.
factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Charlie.
7's a Mike. Mike 7.
On the ball. 7. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw.
Man up, D.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
Their own 34-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But let's have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ready, go.
53's the Mike. 53.
Second down and 10. Darnold
Get him.
got an open man. It's Scott. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, watch the slant.
To throw is Darnold. He gets this to Alizé Mack, the Notre Dame product. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
18 Gator.
8-yard pickup.
Mike, 53.
First down.
53. Mike.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomb.
They'll run on first down. It's Scott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Carrier.
Yeah, baby.
He was
Boom.
tackled at the 46-yard line.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
You
That
got
throw
it.
good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd
50
down.
plants. Hey, orbit.
Third down.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
Now.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's
I'm all
Darnold. He
over you.
completes this one to Mack. And this is going to be another 1st down
ready,
as the
get
tackle's
ready,
going to be
get
made at the
ready.
Rams' 28.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 soft.
Check. 53's Mike. I got it.
Shoot.
A 1st down throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Come on. Come on. That's right.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Number 53. Mike, 53.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
You better be ready. Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
The
Bravo.
Saints on 3rd down.
53.
They've been okay, 2 for 3
Mike,
thus
Mike.
far. This is
Coming for
3rd
you,
and
son.
8.
I'm coming for you, son.
Let's go.
The
53
shotgun
to Mike.
snap for Darnold.
Watch the fans doing
That's
that
caught.
today.
It's Thomas. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it
Come
within
on,
an
fellas.
eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets
go
up
now.
a 1st and
18
goal.
Gator.
So another
Check,
3rd down
53's
conversion, and now
won't
they've got a
get-
1st and goal.
Let's get it.
They'll
out,
try
watch
the
out,
ground
watch out,
game with
watch out.
Jackson. And he is in for the score. Touchdown,
We
New
touchdown in your
Orleans.
city. That's
Taking
it.
it in from a yard out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. Twisting away. Wiggles free. And they are finally going to stop him, but what a return.
playing hard.
All the way to the 10.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Saints
53,
offense
check
on the
53.
field ready to get their
Here we go, here
drive
we go.
started. And for them a
5,
touchdown their
5.
last go-around.
Ready?
Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles
Here
and
we go,
counters
here we go.
because you know they'll make some
Here we go.
adjustments.
19 yards there on the catch and run.
Saints.
Ready.
Took just one
60
play to move
outlaw.
all the way to the
Mike,
44 as they try again on 1st down.
Check. Check.
5.
Check.
Now Scott.
Switch.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that.
Ready.
If you keep moving
53 is the
laterally,
Mike.
creases
Oh, yeah,
tend
I'm
to
coming.
develop as the
Oh,
game
yeah, I'm
moves
coming.
on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go, boys.
12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
Come on, set.
It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route.
Check 26, check 26.
At varying speeds, because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Let's go.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
53, Mike 53.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Let's go. Quarterback,
Now it's Darnold.
D-line, get that quarterback. Go Chad.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense,
Here we go.
they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now.
Third and long, it's Darnold. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game.
Ready?
Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short,
Charlie.
though, with that marker.
Watch the boot.
Shoot.
On fourth down,
Check
Darnold.
53, Mike.
He gets it to
Hey, we gotta get this
Thomas.
stop here, D.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
18,
This
Gator.
quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball,
It's our time.
60%. And it's first and 10. Here's Scott. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Check pass.
Let's go.
From the 25 on second down, Darnold. Open man here is Scott, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Mike.
Blue draw Corkers.
3 buzz. He's checking.
Get it.
On first down, Scott. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
Easy
A
work.
solid run
Easy
on
work.
first
It's
down,
coming
gain
again.
of 7, leaves him with a second and 3.
10-2 soft.
Danny.
Ready.
Throwing on second and 3, Darnold. And he's going to have the hook up to Scott. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Down. 30 base.
Check 53's Mike.
Hey. High 7. 5.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
18-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Alert!
Brings up second down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Johnson, the intended target. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
58's the mic.
After the interception, here's Darnold, and he's got it complete to Anderson. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Ready to break.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
We ain't giving them nothing.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
Watch Twiz.
Hey, Echo.
53.
Go.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. Steps away to his left. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He's got it. And he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Check 53. You can't block.
Coming. Let's go. Shoot.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
That's it, baby. We got
Boston
6 all
Scott
day.
as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Saints 24, Rams 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to them.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Single. Hey, watch 12, watch 12. Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Haywood.
They'll throw now on the final play. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6.
That's it,
So
baby.
we've reached
That's
halftime
it.
here
That's
on
it.
opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Come on,
A good
set.
starting spot
60
for the
outlaw.
Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Bandit. Mike, 53.
Big River.
Darnold from the gun.
I got you.
This one caught by his tight end, Mack. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Hey, Alpha.
Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold, this will be caught. It's Mack, the tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Come on now, let's go.
39 yards there, a big one.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about.
60
But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. The beautiful fake. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Here we go.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
15 Lonnie.
Mike, 53.
1, 2, 3. Hey, Delta.
Mike, 53.
Ready?
Here's Darnold. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, but now it's third and goal.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Darnold now to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone.
Great
Touchdown,
job, man.
New Orleans.
Keep getting those touchdowns.
Juju Smith-Schuster there to make the grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Pass complete to number 19, Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Lutz.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Lutz good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12.
Odd. 3 down.
61. Match box.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Here we go on second and 12. And this is caught by Evans. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Check.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They go play action here on first down. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down.
Let's go, fellas.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Double tight. Topper. Showing eight.
Running with Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
Oh, yeah!
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Man, I got you. Double time. Out.
2nd and 11.
Stand up in. Watch me. I got you, boy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Enough to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them, don't they?
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the 6-yard line.
2nd and 6. This is caught. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. So the call's made by Sean McVay. They're going to go for 2.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they take on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. Here's Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Samson Abuka leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. After the sack on 1st down, Darnold, he's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Pick, baby, all day. Don't throw this way.
Okay, ready?
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. They can't hang with us.
On 1st and 10, Darnold flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards.
Here we go.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On the carry, this is Scott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I know you feel that.
The tackle made
Down. 10-2 soft.
Three's the mic.
We are through three quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL.
Ready.
And it's on
30 base.
EA Sports.
6-6, bullet high.
Rabbit.
Hey, zoom. Now.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown
good job,
for New Orleans.
That's the way you make it spin. That's the way you make it spin,
10
baby.
yards on the touchdown pass. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Rams 15. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, L.A. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
There
are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the 50, it's Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mike.
So now
Right here,
2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Darnold.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after
Into
you.
the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Darnold. Got an open man. It's Scott. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Five.
Check 53. Check Mike. Let's go.
Ready.
Darnold from the red zone
Mike,
now.
53.
Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans.
To number 13. Touchdown.
Hey, that's
From
the way to finish.
17 yards
That's the way
out,
to finish.
the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Rams 23. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down LA. He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Ancient Gator. Tight end to the right, boy. 80 weapon. Move.
Second and 2. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Mike 7, Mike.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
I'm coming back.
Now they face a second and long following the holding
Watch
penalty.
tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Fuzz.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On the set.
53. Mike.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
He's fired.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Fellas. They don't.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm coming.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
General West.
Back to throw, Darnold. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, it's Scott. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see
Check
how
31,
they attack
check
them here.
31.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they got it here. 1st and 10. They'll run with Scott. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, plus 3.
The mic. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They go again with Scott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Pick it up. 58.
The shotgun snap
Here we
for
go,
Darnold.
D. All day defense.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go
And with
now.
things looking
30
pretty
picks.
good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Get it.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold, that's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for
I'm
a
gonna
guy
hit you
once. We were down
all
huge,
day,
and someone
baby.
said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's
Make
get
it
out
up."
of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
baby, sack.
Trey Hendrickson.
Eat, son.
It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Blitz, blitz, blitz.
They'll look to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again.
Sack, sack.
Harold
sack.
Landry picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So this one, a victory here for New Orleans. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, and now I'm listening to you. So for the Saints, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.